Oh look, the MAGA coalition is having yet another meltdown. And over what this time? Veterans. Not the I wore a Punisher skull to Olive Garden so I'm basically Special Forces crowd, but actual veterans, men and women who swore the oath and wore the uniform, reminding active duty service members that they should not obey illegal orders. Let me be clear, this idea is not new or revolutionary, and I know this because I learned it in Marine boot camp in 1984, right after learning how to sleep standing up, how to appreciate the taste of crayons, and how the word hydrate was used as both a vice and a threat. Then I learned it again in NCO school in 1989 because apparently the U.S. military thinks that it's important that Marines in particular know how not to commit war crimes. Wild concept, I know. So this is not new. This is not controversial. This is definitely not sedition. This is literally page 1 of how not to destroy your country for dummies. So why are MAGA influencers, pundits, and red-hatted self-appointed patriots suddenly shrieking like someone kicked their AR-15 emotional support rifle? Because deep down they know something the rest of us already figured out. If you take away illegal orders, they have nothing left. These are the same people who scream, "Back the blue," until someone reminds them that the law applies to presidents too. The same people who think constitutional means whatever the guy with the merch line said on Truth Social last night. The same people who pretend to love the troops but apparently can't handle veterans saying, "Hey, don't overthrow the government just because some idiot told you to." But my favorite part is Herr Führer himself, barging into social media to declare that veterans reminding service members of their actual legal obligations is seditious behavior. Traitors, make them pay. Arrest them. Make an example. Sir, dude, you are calling it sedition to tell the troops to follow the Constitution that you yourself swore to defend and then immediately abandon like a wet paper bag in a hurricane. You can't be pro-America and anti-Constitution at the same time. Pick a struggle. Also, small detail here, one tiny little thing. The USCMJ, America's entire military legal structure, is built around refusing illegal orders. This isn't woke. It isn't partisan. It is literally the fundamental operating system of the U.S. Armed Forces. So when these veterans say, "Don't give up the ship," that's not sedition. That's called leadership. That's called integrity. That's called doing the job MAGA influencers only pretend they understand. And I get why the MAGA world is terrified of it, because if the military actually sticks to their oath, the real oath, not the one to the Constitution, not to some half-baked politician, then the whole authoritarian cosplay fantasy collapses. That's why they're screaming. Not because someone said something dangerous, but because someone reminded the troops that they are not supposed to be mindless automatons just following orders. And that is the one thing wannabe kings simply cannot tolerate. Semper Fi, and for the love of liberty, don't follow illegal orders. I learned that back in the 1980s. You'd think everyone else would have caught up by now.